Hello Year 6, we've got another maths investigation to have a look at today. So today's problem, it says can you order the digits 1, 2 and 3 to make a number which is divisible, which means it can be divided by 3. And then when you take off the last digit, can that 2-digit number be divided by 2? And finally, when you're left with a 1-digit number, can it be divided by 1? Okay, so it sounds a little bit complicated, but actually we're going to work through the first part together and hopefully you'll see it's not too bad. So first of all, I need to list all the possibilities of 3-digit numbers using only the digits 1, 2 and 3. So first of all, I'm going to start with all those numbers that have a 1 in the hundreds column. So I could have 123, or I could have 132. Next, I'm going to list the numbers that could have a 2 in the hundreds column. So I'm going to go for 213, or I could have 231. And then moving on to those numbers that have a 3 in the hundreds column. So 312 and 321. So working systematically, I have managed to list all of the possibilities. So now we need to see which out of these 6 numbers fulfill this test. So the first part is to check whether the number can be divided by 3. So I'm going to take the number 123 and I'm going to see if that can be divided by 3. So I'm just going to use a bus stop method. So how many 3's go into 1? That's 0. How many 3's go into 12? That's 4. And how many 3's into 3? That's 1. So because I've got no remainder, I can tell that the number 123 is in the 3 times table. It is divisible by 3. So it satisfies that first test. The next part, I've got to take that end digit off. So I need to take that 3 off the end. And I'm left there with the number 12. Now I've got to check whether 12 can be divided by 2, or whether 12 is in the 2 times table. Well, hopefully, you know Year 6 that 12 is in the 2 times table. So we know that that's going to work, so that we can tick that as well. Finally, when I take the 2 off, can 1 be divided by 1? Is 1 in the 1 times table? Well, it is, isn't it? It's the first multiple in the 1 times table. So actually, the number 123 works. It satisfies this test. So I'm going to circle that number. Next, I'm going to try the number 132. So I'm just going to rub out what I've done so far. And I'm going to now try exactly the same with 132. So the first step, can that 3-digit number be divided by 3? So how many 3's go into 1? That's 0. How many 3's go into 13? That's 4. With 1 left over. How many 3's go into 12? That's 4. So again, there is no remainder, so I know the number 132 satisfies the first test. I'm going to take that 2 off the end, and now I'm left with the number 13. Now, is 13 divisible by 2? Is 13 in the 2 times table? Well, hopefully Year 6 you know it's not. So actually, that number isn't going to work for this test, so I'm going to cross that one out. I'm not going to do the rest of them, but I would like you to try and investigate. Do any of these numbers satisfy the 3 tests here? Okay. Once you've had a go at that, we're going to make it slightly more complicated. All we're doing is we're going to add another digit this time. So rather than doing the test with 3 digits, we're going to do it with 4 digits. So the first step is you're going to need to find all the options of using the digits 1, 2, 3 and 4 to make a 4-digit number. So again, I would try to work systematically. So you could have 1234. You could have 1324. You could have 1423. And there are quite a lot of options here that you could have. So I've done a little help sheet. If you are struggling to come up with them yourself, you can have a look at the help sheet to see the options of the different numbers you could have if you need to. Then once you've got all your options, you do exactly the same, but this time you need to see if your 4-digit number is divisible by 4. So just taking that first number that I came up with, 1234. Okay, and you want to start off by checking if that number is in the 4 times table. So how many 4s go into 1? 0. How many 4s go into 12? 3. How many 4s go into 3? Unfortunately, it's 0. And how many 4s go into 34? It's 8, but I've got a remainder of 2. So I know straight away that 1234 is not in the 4 times table, and therefore it's not going to work for my test. Okay, so have a go with 4 digits and see if you can find a number that works for this test. Then I want you to investigate, how about if you've got 5 digits, if you've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If you want, have a go with 6 digits. If you're really enjoying it, you might have a go with 7, 8, 9 digits. Okay, so see what you can find out, year 6, investigate and enjoy it.